Hardy, Roy Haggerty back live, the Lawler Event Center. It's ELKO High School basketball and the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group. Also brought to you by Susie's Hair and Nails, Sierra Jewelry and Loan, and Ruby Mountain Hearth. Marshall Dumas to get it inbounds here at midcourt, and it looks like the Buckaroos want to come out and do a little full-court press, man-to-man style, and it's Brandon Jenkins across the timeline. Left-handed dribble will give it up now as Tubby Rash checks into the ball game for the first time. Here's top of the key, Pearson. Pearson now to Rash. Rash looking to get down low. He's being worked on against Studebaker, and it looks like they'll go to a 2-3 zone where Studebaker comes out there and defends whoever's at the point. Right now that happens to be Brandon Jenkins, who will swing it far side to Dumas. Now they'll move some ball around and get it here to the near side. Jenkins again. Jenkins to the hoop. It's blocked. And they're going to say, oh, he did draw the foul.
Yeah, got him at the body. That was that same little left-handed drive with the floater that he just hit a couple minutes ago, Chad. And what's happened is Jenkins has come out here and busted a couple threes, made them respect him. So every time he pump fakes, they got to go out to block the three-point shot or at least put a hand in his face. He drives right around into the baseline.
Brandon Jenkins gets the free throw, and he's got double digits already with 4:11 to go. The Indians back within 7, 20-13 our score. 4:11 to go. We are in the second period. And the second shot from Jenkins, no good. Fought for, and Studebaker comes up with it. He's got the rebound there, and they'll get it across to Watterson. Watterson with the left-handed dribble terminates far corner now, and they're trying to swing it down low to Studebaker. Up, no good. It's the rebound tipped around, and Driscoll comes up with it. He's got the Indians on the attack across the timeline right to left. And now he'll hold things up, and they'll set things up. Marshall Dumas now on the near wing, kicks it out to Jenkins for three. That's no good. The rebound is tipped around and will go out of bounds. It'll be called on Brian Pearson going out of bounds.
Over the back.
Oh, they're going to call him over the back on that and say, no, you're going to get the foul with that to go. Interesting. Honey Estua set to check back in, and Will here.
Finally.
He'll replace Matt Driscoll. He's got 2 fouls, got an early foul trouble. The Indians within 6, 14-20 our score, and the inbounds pass goes to Watterson. Watterson now across the timeline with the left-handed dribble working against Marshall Dumas. It's a senior against the freshman now down in the corner. They'll get it to number 32, and that is Renas. Renas driving. Will dish it off, and it's up and no good. Put up by Watterson. He gets his own rebound. It's blocked again. Tubby Rash gets the block this time, and now they call a jump ball underneath the basket.
Man, Chad, it just seems like the blue jerseys are elevating over the white jerseys so much on the inside.
That could have gone either way there with them fighting under the basket. Could have called a foul or a jump ball as there were some bodies going to the floor.
Yeah.
The inbounds pass comes to Jenkins as the possession arrow favored the Indians. They're back the other way. And here comes Honey Estua now on the near wing. Looking to drive into the paint. Gets it out to Dumas. 15-footer. No good. Short off the front of the rim. Honey Estua with the rebound. Takes it back to the hoop. Up and in. No. He comes out of the right side there. I thought that was rolling in. Wow. He does it with the right hand there. And it was a circus shot. On the far side is Renas. He'll take it baseline and put it up. Draws the foul. The shot's no good. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Jordan Renas.
Call it on Dumas.
He's a 5'11 senior guard. Averages 8.5 per game. Looking for his first points here this afternoon. Under 3 minutes to go. Just under the 3-minute mark. 2:58 on the clock. 14-20 is our score.
Chad, I'm just baffled at why we're not putting on the full court pressure. You and I were just talking about last night. Even though we've won the last couple of games, it doesn't seem like ELKO's really gotten into that offensive rhythm. They've done a lot of scrapping, a lot of scrambling, and scored a lot that way. And combined with the pressure defense, they've held opponents off. We haven't seen the defense or the scrambling here tonight.
So he'll get his first point on the second of 2 at the free throw line, and it's 21-14. 7-point lead for the Buckaroos as Honey Estua comes across the timeline right to left. He's now being fought with Watterson, and Watterson gets the pickpocket from Honey Estua. How often we see that? Not very. And back the other way, Renas to the hoop again, up with the left hand, and it's good this time. Doesn't need to go to the charity stripe, and now it's a 9-point lead for the Buckaroos from Winnemucca. Lowry High School leading 23-14. We're just about 2.5 minutes to go, second period. And Honey Astua looking down low and a bad pass to Pearson. Pearson wasn't even ready for it. Jenkins gets the steal. Dishes to Honey Astua, up and underneath. Good.
Boy, the Indians needed that, Chad. This is where they got to put that full court pressure on. That's how they got that steal, and now they back off again.
Thank you to Brandon Jenkins for that. It puts the Indians back within 7, 16-23, and Renas for 3. No good. Can't get it to fall, but there for the rebound, number 40, and that is Garrett Navarine.
Elko's got to pick it up. You can just see it in the body language, Chad. The Buckaroos want this more.
Honey Astua comes back the other way. He looks to go down low inside, dish off to Pearson, and Pearson can't hang on to it, and he looks halfway asleep. Mayo will check in for him now, and Nielsen will also check in. And a timeout on the floor. The Buckaroos want one. We'll take one as well. 1:51 to go. The Indians still down by 9. 25-16. We'll be back at Lawler Event Center after this. You're listening to NIAA 3A State Basketball Championship, presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group on 1240 Radio Sports, 93.7 Jack FM.
Stop by Arctic Circle. Get the good stuff.
It's the NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship, brought to you in part by ELKO Glass on Memorial Highway, supporting ELKO High School athletics for over 20 years. Also by Town Place Suites by Marriott. Live like you at Town Place Suites for extended stays. And by Farmers Insurance, the Warline Agency. For all your family's insurance needs, call Courtney Warline today at 738-8079. It's 25-16. The Indians down by 9. Just under 2 minutes to go in the second period. And the Indians, out of sync offensively, have not been able to get anything or any kind of rhythm going. They'll inbounds it underneath their own basket. They get it to Cody Nielsen. On the floor right now will be Jenkins, Dumas, DJ Natty, Nielsen, and Tim Mayo. And Jenkins has it top of the key. He's going to dribble out towards midcourts now as they try to set some kind of offense up, get some kind of rhythm going. Jenkins again with it now, coming up on 1.5 minutes to go, second period.
Shoot it.
And here's Jenkins for 3. That's no good. That was way off the mark, and he didn't even look like he was ready to take that shot, and just did. There was nobody out on him, and he said, I don't believe this. I couldn't believe nobody was out on him. We've already drained 1 here this afternoon, 2. And across the timeline comes Connors. Connors goes left, and he's going to try and get it down low in the corner to Watterson. Watterson can't hang on to it, and it goes out of bounds off of the Indians, and they're going to say foul. They're going to call foul against number 15. That's DJ Natty. That'll be his first.
Well, looks like we're not going to see Nathan Cleek until the third quarter, Chad, and Alan Honey Astua missed half the first quarter with foul trouble.
So at the line, shooting 2, number 10. That's Josh Watterson, and Watterson has 6 points as he makes the first one. 1:18 to go in the second period. Watterson eyes it, now fires it, and no good off the front of the rim, fighting for the rebound, and Mayo finally comes up with it. He gets it to Dumas, up ahead quickly to Natty. Natty with a 1-on-3, not in the Indians' favor, takes it up anyway, and no good, but he does draw the foul. And DJ Natty, the senior, will go to the line. And as we said earlier, he brought down the house last night with a two-handed slam at Reno High School, and everybody was on their feet for that.
Man, that was exciting.
We saw it coming from a mile away. They gave it to him at midcourt, nobody in front of him. Uh-oh, look out.
Yep.
Here's the rainbow free throw, and that's up and good for his first points of the game. He is 0 for 4 from the field and 1 for 1 from the line. DJ Natty, the senior, you know he wants this one. 16-26 now. It's a 10-point lead. DJ Natty trying to bring him within 9. Another rainbow up, short off the front of the rim, and Studebaker comes down with the rebound. He'll get it to Connors and up ahead quickly to Watterson across the timeline, and DJ Natty now works out on Watterson. They try to get it down low and do. Wide open underneath, up and in.
Chad, they've got to switch. What they're doing isn't working. They've got to try something else on the offensive and defensive end. They need to switch to a zone or something. They're just getting beat up in the man defense.
That's Garrett Navarine at the line trying to make it a 3-point play. He's come alive here in the second period and can't do it. Misses the free throw. DJ Natty gets the rebound. Under a minute to go. The Indians down by 11. They've been down by as many as 12. And they get it to now Sean Wallach here on the near side. Gets it back to Dumas. Dumas will drive baseline and draw the foul as he tries to put it up with the right hand. He's struggling from the field as well, both last night and tonight.
Yeah, he's also struggled from the line. Even it seems like when Elko gets in there for a short shot underneath, Chad, these guys are just rejecting everything tonight.
And Dumas' first shot will roll in.
He used every inch of the rim on that one.
It bounced around the front part of the rim, the back part of the rim, missed one part of the side, but caught the rest of it and goes in. 47 seconds to go. Dumas at the line, eyes it, now fires it, and that's nothing but net. So how about Marshall Dumas on the board for 2? I like that because he is playing good. The Indians are usually winning. Across the timeline comes Connors. Connors works against Nielsen with the left-handed dribble. Now Connors will go on the far side and get it to Studebaker, top of the key, and they're going to call 5 seconds on.
Great defense.
On the Lowry Buckaroos, so that's another defensive turnover that nothing but good defense has caused the Lowry Buckaroos to do. The second time now that Lowry has done that with the 5-second violation. As Brandon Jenkins is set to come back in, he's got the hot hand for the Indians and has since early on in the first period. Brandon Jenkins leading all scorers now. He's got 10 points.
We've talked about it in the past, Chad, when the Indians come out aggressive. When the shots aren't falling, they can still be aggressive on the defense, create turnovers and easy opportunities.
Here we are at 25 seconds to go until halftime. DJ Natty with the ball on the far wing, and he'll swing it around to Sean Wallach. And Wallach's got it now. Will dribble with the right hand across court to the far side and give it up to Jenkins. Now back up top to Wallach. He looked at 3 there from way outside. Instead drives in, puts it up, no good. Rebound is brought down by Studebaker. Studebaker now gets it to Connors with 5 seconds left. One last shot here for the Buckaroos before he gets there to even put anything up. Going to be a foul called. I believe that one's going to go against Nielsen. That'll go against Cody Nielsen, and so he'll pick up his first foul. And with 2.4 on the clock, it will be number 20 going to the line to shoot 2. Calvin Connors, he had a 3-pointer early on in the ball game, and since then we haven't seen him. He's going to shoot the one-on-one and down by 9. It's 28-19. Make it 29-19.
Probably would have been better off letting him rush that shot that he was trying to get off rather than fouling him, giving him 2 easy free throw shots with 2.5 seconds left.
2.5 seconds left. Connor eyes it, now fires it, and that's no good. Rebound, long rebound, is taken away by Nielsen, out of bounds on the far side, and it will be Buckaroos' ball. So the Buckaroos have a chance to score again.
They're just out hustling to every loose ball, Chad. Every rebound, every loose ball.
It's a double-digit lead. Here's the inbounds pass. 3-pointer on the way. No good. Woo. And that's how we end the first half. The Indians down by 10. It's the NIAA 2012 Class 3A State Championships. Coach Chad Peters trying to get this Lowry crowd into it, raising his hands, telling them to come on. It's a 10-point lead for the Buckaroos. We'll be back with halftime stats after this. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports coverage of the Class 3A State Basketball Championships presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group on 1240 KELK and 93.7 Jack FM.
As a Northern Nevada worker, the last thing you expect is to be injured on the job.
You're listening to the Pace Coalition Halftime Show on 1240 Radio Sports.
Chad Hardy and Roy Haggerty back live. The NIAA 2012 3A State Basketball Championship title game is underway. We're at the halfway point of it, and the Indians are down by 10, 29-19. The lowest half output for the ELKO Indians since I can remember clear back to Skyview.
I was just going to say, Chad, I don't remember this team being down by 10 points at halftime since Skyview. Skyview was early December. That one turned out ugly. That was a whole different type of challenge there. Let's hope that they can pick it up.
Definitely not in any kind of rhythm. If you want to put it to an example, they had, 34 at the half just the other night there, Roy.
Chad, we've never seen anybody come down on the offensive end and just dominate underneath the basket last night. In fact, last night we were talking about how great Mayo's been playing the last month and a half under there, and he's been the one dominating. The way I'm seeing it, Chad, I see a Winnemucca team that isn't doing anything different than they did the first 2 times that these teams played. They just look like they want it more. They're beating them for every rebound. They're beating them for every loose ball on the floor. ELKO can't get into a rhythm on offense, and usually when that happens, like we said, they switch gears, go to their full press defense, create turnovers, get some easy opportunities, which in turn allows them to set up the defense again. But man, we're not seeing that at all.
The Indians come out with the leading all scorers, Brandon Jenkins. If it weren't for Jenkins, we'd be in a lot of trouble. He's got 10 points, leads all scorers. There's 2 for Nathan Kleekus, a bucket for Alan Honeyastua, 2 points for Dumas at the line, 2 points for Tim Mayo, and just 1 for DJ Natty, who's missed 5 easy, 1 wide open shots down low. For the Lowry Buckaroos, it's Josh Watterson leading them at 8 points. He's got 4 points for Titus Milliken. Calvin Connors has 4. 1 for Jordan Renas, 2 for Chris Dendary, and 4 points for Jesse Studebaker, but he has about 12 rebounds. He's been dominating down low underneath, and Garrett Navarine also has 6. It's halftime at the Lawler Event Center in the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championships presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and by Farmers Insurance Group. We'll be back. It's the second half coming up. Right now you're listening to the Pace Coalition Halftime Show on 1240 Radio Sports at 93.7 Jack FM.
Did you know your team's brand?
You're listening to the Pace Coalition Halftime Show on 1240 Radio Sports.
You're listening to the Pace Coalition Halftime Show at the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championship game. It's the ELKO Indians down by 10 to the Lowry Buckaroos, a team that ELKO beat twice earlier on in the season. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Chad Hardy along with Roy Haggerty at courtside while the ELKO Indian dance team performs here for the crowd at Lawler Event Center. Pace Coalition, healthy communities, whatever it takes. Here we look at the halftime stats and we see that ELKO only has 2 points from their leading scorer, and that's got to make you nervous. Nathan Kleekus has had some looks, but has been unable to get the ball to go through the net.
Pretty hard to get looks and hard to get the ball to go through the net when you're sitting on the bench with foul trouble, Chad. We've talked about a couple things we haven't seen all year. Alan Honeyastua and Nathan Kleekus sitting on the bench with foul trouble. We haven't seen that all year long.
No, we haven't. And, well, we have one time, and that was not good because
your leading defender and your leading offensive scorer both on the bench at the same time. That's not good.
No, and the last time that happened, it was West Wendover in town to visit us.
I remember what happened then.
And it was Nathan Kleekus on the bench with big foul trouble, and the West Wendover came away with a 2-point win.
That one.
Mm-hmm. And so the Indians down. They've got 2 points from Mayo, 2 from Dumas, 2 from Honeyastua. We got 2 from Kleekus, and you know what? Honeyastua only has 1 steal in the ball game.
I think he's had more turnovers than steals.
Absolutely. 10 points for Brandon Jenkins, who has been keeping them alive. Both teams come onto the court. We're about set for second half action. We'll have the second half of the NIAA 3A State Basketball Championship game presented by the Las Vegas Review-Journal and Farmers Insurance Group. More after this. You're listening to 1240 Radio Sports and 93.7 Jack FM.
1240 Radio Sports invites you. ELKO High School Basketball. ELKO High School.
The takeaway. Dumas back the other way. Got a 3-on-2. He comes on the right side, puts it up. Good.
This is your station.
For Honeyastua to the hoop.
Your team.
Kleekus goes straight to the hoop. He's going to feed it down low to Natty. He's got it.
Downtown.
Kleekus far side three-pointer again on the way. That's good. Coast to coast this time.
And all the action in between.
17-19, 5:30 to go.
The Indians play.
I stolen away by Natty. Natty on the fast break all alone.
Brought to you by Parker Heating and Sheet Metal, the ELKO Smoke Shop, Kidwell and Bradshaw, Solis Auto Sales, by Arctic Circle, the ELKO Federal Credit Union, Fifth Gear Power Sports, by ELKO Glass, Susie's Hair and Nails, by Encore Audio Video Design, Cowboy Suites by Marriott, Farmers Insurance Agent Courtney Warline, Rudy Mountain Herd, The Grill Pepper, and by Pace Coalition.
1240 Radio Sports, ELKO.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty back for second half action. The NIAA State 3A Basketball Championship game is underway. It'll be Lowry starting with the possession in the second half. They'll move right to left, immediately try to go down low and feed it in to number 51. And that is Dion Wardell. He's going to be fouled trying to put it up and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Chad, I thought they were calling that on Kleekus right off the bat. He was right there.
So the Indians in foul trouble early on and have now trailed by 11. As he makes the first one, it's now 30-19 is what the scoreboard should read.
I absolutely did not like the body language I seen in the ELKO Indians during warm-ups coming out of halftime.
Second shot by Wardell. Eyes it, fires it, no good. Rebound brought down by Klekas. He's up ahead quickly. Here's Honey Estua pushing the floor. They're moving left to right to start the second half. And Klekas immediately going to work out to Jenkins. Three-pointer. Good!
Oh, they needed that, Chad.
Jenkins comes out and puts him on fire. That's his third three-pointer of the game. He's got 13, leads all scorers, and brings the Indians back within 8. Here comes Connors back the other way. Looks to fake it to Renas. Instead, puts it up and off the glass with the left hand, and that's good. From 7 feet out, you bet. Connors with a nice move to the hoop. Back to a 10-point lead, 22-32, as Jenkins comes across the timeline, left to right. Jenkins with the left-handed dribble gives it up to Honey Estua. Going baseline, turns, terminates, back out to Klekas, and Jenkins will dribble towards midcourt. Asking for a screen from Mayo, gets one, and now kicks it to DJ Natty in the corner. Natty looks for somebody inside, nothing there, back out to Jenkins. Jenkins working against Connors, and now to DJ Natty on the baseline. Usually DJ Natty be driving at this point, but looks a little gun-shy here, and I don't like that to start the second half. How about Klekas for 3? That's no good. Too hard, tipped around, fought for it. Connors comes down with it. He's the guard, pushing it up the floor quickly against the ELKO Indians, and now we'll swing it all the way across the court.
Nice block.
And blocked by Timmy Mayo, but they're going to say that he did get a piece of the arm there.
Wow, he must have hit him with the body, Chad, because that was all ball.
That was a nice defensive play by Tim Mayo.
Well, I don't know where the Indians would be without Brandon Jenkins right now, Chad. And as a matter of fact, they're lucky to even have him in the game after the spill that he took getting undercut and dumped on his head last night.
That was not pretty. Watching Fernley get a little frustrated and getting a little physical with the Indians there towards the end of the game last night at Reno High School. At the line is number 21, Eastman. And Eastman misses the first one. He's yet to score in this game. A little surprising there. Second shot is on the way, and that's no good. Rebound's tipped around, fought for, and Klekas comes down with it. He's going to clear it out, moving across the timeline left to right now, and here come the Indians on the attack to DJ Natty. Baseline, he can't get anything there. Back to Klekas. He's going to look to take it up in the paint. Good.
That's where Klekas needs to be shooting right there, not forcing up threes. Lots of time in this game left, Chad. Plenty of time to get back into a rhythm and play your own game.
Indians
don't need to force things right now.
Back within 8, 24-32. Back the other way come the Lowry Buckaroos. Inside, Studebaker, head fake, doesn't like it. Out to Renas. Renas will drive into the paint now. Gets it off to Studebaker.
Wide open.
And he puts it up and in. And so when the Indians converge on whoever's driving, somebody's coming open, and most of the time it's been Studebaker. He puts it up and in off the glass that time. He's got 6 points. Jenkins back the other way, and Klekas on the near wing. Klekas now, who just scored, has 4 points in the ball game, well below his season average. Will swing it far side to Honey Estua. He's got 2 in the game. He'll spin in the lane and put it up out of control. Not usually the kind of what we see from Honey Estua, but he'll get the foul. Will go to the line to shoot 2. So the senior, and as you said, Roy, early on, if the Indians can't make anything from outside shot-wise, they better be consistent at the line.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a little bit surprised that they're not sagging back on the defensive end and allowing the Buckaroos to shoot some outside shots. They haven't made any tonight, and they really haven't even attempted a whole bunch. They're determined to pound it down underneath the basket and score from there. And so far, in the man-to-man defense ELKO's playing, they've had their way.
The senior misses the first one, will eye the second one, now fires it from the line, and that's good. Congratulations to the Spring Creek Lady Spartans, who won earlier against ELKO in a game that, well, the score really didn't tell the story. It was tied at halftime. Spring Creek took the lead and took away with it in the third period. Back the other way, down low, they go to Studebaker. Studebaker puts it up off the glass, and now the Indians just are out of control, unable to stop him at all. They're leaving him uncontested to the basket. They'll come back the other way. Klekas will drive baseline with the left hand. Nice move!
Beautiful left-handed move.
He switched in mid-air from the right hand to the left hand and puts it up, and it's 27-36 at the 5-minute mark. Across the timeline comes Renas. Renas now terminates dribble and will get it taken away. Klekas up ahead to Honey Estua, fighting for it, and Studebaker strips it away. He'll come back the other way, and now
stolen by the pickpocket artist.
Honey Estua up ahead to Natty! Up and in! No! He's going to be fouled as I thought he was going to dunk it underneath the basket there with the right hand, but he gets hammered hard on the right hand, unable to get the shot to fall. Will go to the line to shoot 2, and will try and cut that lead down to 8, maybe 7. They're within 9, 27-36 with 4:47 to go. and Coach Kleekus wants to talk about it. We'll take a timeout as well. From Lowry Event Center, it's the Indians 27, Lowry 36. It's the 2012 NIAA Class 3A State Basketball Championships. We'll return in a moment right here on KELK and Jack FM.
Introducing the race-ready 2012 Kawasaki KX450F
for Sports Authority.
Chad Hardy, Roy Haggerty back live. We're at the NIAA 2012 3A State Championships presented by Farmers Insurance Group and the Las Vegas Review-Journal. DJ Natty will go to the line to try to bring the Indians within 8, possibly 7 here, as they've been down by as many as 12. They were down at 10 at the half. DJ Natty at the line and the senior trying to make something happen for the ELKO Indians. They have been cold from the field. He's 0 for 1.
Air ball from the free throw line.
1 for 1 from the line and shoots an air ball on his first attempt here the second time. He is way off sync. You can see when he gets the ball, doesn't even want to drive it to the basket.
Chad, even when the Indians have not played very well this year, they've been intense and they've been...
Look at this. How about that? Nice. Nathan Kleekus gets the steal and gets it right underneath the basket with a one-handed bounce pass to Dumas off the glass for 2. The Indians now within 7, 29-36. Back the other way come the Buckaroos, and they're going to travel with it, so it'll be the Indians with a chance to bring it within 5, possibly 4 here, as they make a trip back down the court. It's about halfway through the third period here, 4.5 on the clock, as Jenkins comes across the timeline with the left-handed dribble, and will go left to right here in the second half. He'll now go to the hoop, put it up. That was an ill-advised shot. He was out of control on that one, and it'll be a rebound brought down by the Buckaroos. Almost taken away at midcourt by the Indians. It was blocked, but Connors is able to save it, come up with it, gets it to Watterson. Far side now. They'll work around the horn and look down low to Studebaker, who dishes it out to Connors. Connors tries to save it inbounds. He does, but to Brian Pearson. And Brian Pearson will give it up to Kleekus now. 29-36, and Kleekus driving in the paint. 10-foot jumper, no good. Short off the front of the rim, and the rebound is brought down by number 51, Dion Wardell. They'll get it to Connors, and he'll come back right to left across the timeline, and a three-pointer put up. That's good. Titus Milliken now. He's got 7 points, nails the 3, and puts them back up by 10, 29-39. 3.5 minutes to go as Jenkins crosses the timeline left to right. It's Jenkins working in a man-to-man defense now against Connors. And they'll get it to the far side. And Kleekus now top of the key to Jenkins. He'll come near side and look down low to DJ Natty, who's trying to post up, but really not that intense about getting the ball. It's like he doesn't want it.
He's not.
Brandon Jenkins on the near side will swing it to Kleekus. He wants the ball. He'll take it to the hoop. He has nothing there. Nobody to dish it off to. Natty doesn't even move for him. And so now the inbounds pass, I don't know what happened to the Indians here.
I don't know, but they are just not into it, Chad.
It looks as if they're playing scared a little bit. 2:55 and counting, third period, down by 10, 39-29. And Coach from Lowry wants a timeout. Chad Peters will take one, talk to his team, and try to keep the momentum going. 2:51 to go, third period. It's a 10-point lead for the Buckaroos. 39 for Lowry, 29 for ELKO. We're back after this on 1240 Radio Sports.